I'm Michael Bain, and welcome to Triggered, coming to you from a very snowy secret hidden bunker in the Rocky Mountains in Dragon House Studios. And before we get into the gun stuff today, I want to get into a different kind of gun stuff. This is a total unsolicited plug for my friend Stephen Hunter's newest book. Front side, it's actually 3 novellas, 3 generations of the Swagger family. Of course, Steve, in addition to being one of the great guys to hang out with, also a Pulitzer Prize winning writer, New York Times best-selling author, movies made from his books, regular on Gun Stories with Joe Mantegna for all those years that I ran it. So hey, once you start this, I guarantee you, you're not going to get back to sleep. Now let's talk about the gun type stuff. I just want to bring you up to speed on the beast here. This is a Taurus Judge home defender, and it is a beast of a gun, but I've been shooting it and I want to fill you in on the results really quickly. First, I put a sight on it, and this is a case of what I would call egregious Bubba overkill. I had this Lucid, really great. It's what's M7. This is the one I dropped on concrete and then bounced onto a steel target and took a chip out of the lens. Of course, under warranty, I got a new one, but this was lying on my desk, and I thought, well, since the home defender comes with a pick rail and no sight, I put this on it and started testing different rounds through it. Let me just briefly summarize what I've learned. With the ammunition I have available, which is Winchester triple-off buck, 5 pellet, 3-inch, Winchester 225 grain, silver tipped, one of the finest home defense ammo ever from 20 years ago, and lots of cowboy ammunition. In this case, it's a box of Winchester cowboy ammunition. With the buckshot, 5 yards, 10 yards, right out to 12 yards, you're going to put all 5 of those pellets, should you use this for home defense, in a kill zone. 5 pellets, roughly, 70 grains apiece, 36 caliber. When you get back to 15, 20 yards, what I've seen with the Winchester buckshot is lateral stringing. I'm putting maybe 2 pellets in the kill zone there. I found that the silver tip ammunition to be very accurate inside that 15-yard window, and okay when you get back to 20 yards. If you plan to actually shoot 25 yards with this, which for the life of me, I can't imagine why you would do that, stick to cowboy stuff. Now these Winchester Cowboys is 250 grain, 45 Colt at, 650, 700 feet per second, exactly the same load that Wyatt Earp used. I found that the cowboy loads grouped great. I backed off to 25 yards and put a bunch of rounds on my steel pig. So I'm going to try some different types of 3-inch buckshot with it, but right now the Winchester, which is readily available and inexpensive, will do the job inside of 15 yards. When we come back, more great guns.
This week's Triggered is brought to you by Stoeger, Everyday Tough, MTM Case-Gard, quality shooting sports accessories, Hunter's HD Gold, they change so you don't have to, and Muzzle Stick, biggest, brightest, strongest.
Welcome back to Triggered. Over the last few years, we've talked a lot about the Tisas guns, imported by SDS Imports, and of course made in Turkey under the supervision of my good friend Gaines Davis. You've seen this guy a lot. This is their tactical version Tisas gun. I went to gun sight with it. I have thousands of rounds through it. It is as reliable a gun as I've ever owned, as accurate a gun as I've ever owned. But I wanted to come back and show you the duty version of that gun. Now, this gun is available, the duty version. There's also now a compact version available that's finally in the country. It's going to be about like this, like that. I do not have one yet. They're in short supply. But once again, I like this gun. It's got a great trigger. It shoots well. Love the trigger. Flat trigger makes all the sense in the world. And the reason I keep showing you these guns is something that I learned on television. On Shooting Gallery, I would show these incredible guns. Wilson Combat, like this is the best gun in the world. To show Staccato, show all these guns. And I started getting letters from viewers, and they said, look, we get it. that you can lay your hands on the high-end guns. But the entire world is not the same way. For most people, especially in these grim times, and these are grim times, what you want is a reliable gun, a gun that you can trust, and a gun that you can afford. These guys are roughly MSRP somewhere between $329 and $359. You can find them all day for right at $300. Some cases under that, a little bit under that in the 290s. That is an incredible price for a gun with this much thought in it. So that's the reason I wanted to show you what your options were. Given the prices, you can get a compact version and a full-size duty version, and hey, you're still under the cost of some of the more higher price spreads, if you'll say. But in any case, the PX9, it is a great gun. Obviously, duty version, compact ready, has an excellent set of sights on it. The green fiber optic works really well for me. Multiple different panels, you can change the grip size, whatever you need with. It's a gun that you can buy and use, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to show it to you. Like I said, this is mine, and it's been I stole its Trijicon RMR for another project, but I promise I'll put it back. We have another couple of really interesting new products when we return.
This week's Triggered is brought to you by Taurus USA. Always ready, always bring it. Ed Brown, the best money can buy for over 50 years. And SDS Imports Tisas. Tisas means quality.
Well, it's obviously Big Black Box Day here at the Secret Hidden Bunker, but I wanted to show you this. I've talked about it on the podcast and maybe just mentioned it. This from MTM Case-Gard, it's the multi-mag box. Here's why I wanted to show you this. Basically, what you have inside is it is cut for 10 AR size magazines and 10 double stack magazines, like 10 Glock magazines. Hey, 10 magazines from the Tisas, 10 magazines, go fill in the blank on double stack. In these kind of times when all of us have ARs available as self-defense tools, we've also got handguns available, usually 9mm double stack handguns. This is an ideal box for having the ammunition in it because you know, you're looking at a lot of rounds in here. The other thing is there's room enough to drop mag loader for the AR, mag loader for the double stack magazines in it, and you have it now in one place. You carry it, it can go to the range with you, or if you have these tools around for self-defense, it's better to have your self-defense ammo, your home defense ammo, in one single box that you know where it is, and you can put your hands on it immediately. Now this other black box, I really like this. This is from Streamlight, and it's their speed locker. And I know you've probably seen a bunch lately that some of the smaller carry boxes that are battery powered, that are bio whatever, fingerprints, or you know, they sense your brain waves, whatever, that there's been some issues. But this box is mechanical. It's from Streamlight. You know, Streamlight, I've been to the company, I've spent time with the president of the company. It is a great company. And the way it works is you can program these keys. Let me show you. This is the, let's see, easy way. You open it up and you look in here and you can see these studs. You have 31 different combinations with this. So it'll carry a small handgun very, very easily. You close it up. If you're taking it on the plane, this is very sturdy. You have two very sturdy positions, so you can put locks on it. The other thing that I like is the handle. The handle itself is very sturdy. It comes with a cable and a lock, so that if this is in your hotel room, then you can go ahead and wrap a loop around it and lock that. Or, as Masada Oob used to recommend in the old days, go on the internet, buy a set of handcuffs. Handcuff one here, handcuff another to something solid like a pipe in your hotel room. Trust me, if there are handcuffs there, people are going to keep their hands off of it. But I like this because it's mechanical. And I much, much prefer mechanical over anything with batteries. that can die, or a biometric system that I can be possessed by aliens. So that's it for this week. Of course, you can find everything we talked about here, michaelbain.tv. You can see Triggered there. It's always free. Also on Rumble, on YouTube for a while, on Facebook, where I keep going to Facebook jail for a day at a time. What's that all about? And on X, Twitter. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe, and we're going to start digging ourselves back to the house.